Welcome to the Rustic Garden. Today I want to profile the plain old grape tomato. That's what it's called, grape tomato, red grape. It's very prolific. The plant itself is over 7 feet tall now, maybe a little bit even taller. And it's staked on an 8-foot post that, lost about a foot when I put it into the ground. So it's growing really, really well. It's doing good here in Maryland. It's my first time growing it in the heat and humidity. It does get a little bit of disease, but the sprays have been really helping it out. It's an early producer in a sense. In about 65 to 70 days you'll get your first tomatoes from transplant. And you can just see the clusters of tomatoes. Whoop. And they do, resemble the grape shape. There is some cracking that came about a week ago. We had a lot of rain over a 3-day period, so they are prone to cracking, but they're holding up, pretty well. But it's just loaded with grape tomatoes, and it's still going. Produces well in the heat. Again, in my other videos I mentioned we've had our 100-degree heat index days for several days in a row, and this is, producing very, very nicely all the way up to the top, really. Still going. And more green tomatoes. So this is probably, in my garden right now, the most prolific cherry type tomato that I have going, and I'm going to grow this next year. It does have a good flavor. I swear I can even taste a hint of fruitiness in it, and grape. Maybe that's just because they're called the red grape tomato. Here's what they look like split. They'll get a nice dark tomato color. They're meaty, not too watery, good sweet flavor. So again, definitely a keeper. It's an indeterminate variety, which means it'll grow through the season. And like I said, it'll produce from transplant in about 65 to 70 days. And it's just loaded with tomatoes. So if you want a small size cherry type tomato plant that seems to do well in the heat, produces a lot, I would recommend the grape tomato. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please check out my blog at www.therusticgarden.blogspot.com and also check out my YouTube videos. Thanks.